Welcome back everyone, OC21 Crisis here, and today we're playing some more Grand Prix World 2001. This is the end of the 2003 season, and in the previous episode we proved to be the single best team in Formula 1 despite the performance chart disagreeing. But what did we do? We dominated the last two races, all in an effort to win Fernando Alonso the World Championship. We got a pole. Actually, did we get pole in Europe? No, that's fastest lap. Oh yes, not only that, we got a 1-2, and then we got another pole in Japan. We got 2 wins from that one. Sadly, we were too far away to win the title. We had too many mishaps and DNFs at the beginning of the year for us to catch back up. It's just the things that happen. All you can do is learn from them and try to not put yourself in a situation like that in the next year. What I mean is, well, simply, let's try not to build a terrible car for 2004. And no DNF, please. So, we got Alonso 4 wins and Bernoulli got 1 win. Sadly, Bernoulli is leaving, but positively we can achieve one of the objectives that I had planned, put myself for this playthrough, and that is try to win a championship with a French driver, with French engine, French tires and French fuel. We got everything except the driver, and in 2004 we're going to get the driver. The other objective right now is going to be, of course, winning the constructors. That is something that it's realistic. We were just 24 points away, so it's not like it was impossible. We need better execution next year, and we're gonna have the drivers to execute excellently in 2004. So let's get into 2004, shall we? I'm gonna leave this for the memories. It was an excellent season, and I expect to improve that next year. This is an amazing result for Prost. You have climbed up another hard-won place in the top 4. Now is the time to mount a serious bid for the championship. That is our objective. We need to win Drivers and Constructors Championship in 2004. And the positive is, this man right here is not a Ferrari anymore. He went to Jaguar, and Jaguar was the worst team in Formula 1 last season, so excellent. Just need to wait a bit, of course. All game, it takes a while loading. I think it's calculating like the changes in driver skill. I am 8 right now. Of course, the main goal is to make it to here, but I doubt we're gonna make it do that in this playthrough. But we will see. Welcome to the 2004 season. New season, new everything. New everything. So, Olivier Panis is our number 1 driver, with Fernando Alonso our number 2 driver. He has been demoted, but the reason for that is that Panis is French. Confirmed the new funding levels. We got improved chief mechanic. Panis has more concentration, better overtaking, less speed, which is a shame, but he's better wet weather driver, which means wet weather races are not going to be a problem. So your cool tires, your I was going to say Michael Schumacher, but he's in a Jaguar. Your Jos Verstappens, they're not gonna be an issue. Your Alace is also not an issue. Alonso is more skilled, has more speed, better wet weather driver. We're going to dominate wet weather races. New workshop is ready. New factory is ready. New wind tunnel? No new wind tunnel. We need to upgrade our wind tunnel. We didn't have a wind tunnel. What are you babbling about? And the test rig is out of date. We need to upgrade. 24 million this year from the FIA, which is very good. Now, we're expected to make 75 million, but I'm not sure how much we will expend. Here are the boys. I need to change Alonso's salary, make it cost us, because he's a race winner. He shouldn't be paying us. We should be paying him. I'm going to see if I can change that, but I will not make any promise. So David Ring is our commercial manager for this year. He's a level 4. He should get us plenty juicy contracts. Gavin Fisher will be designing our race cars, and Willie Ramp will build them. For some reason, he has driver loyalty to Michael Schumacher. And Steven Giles, in a completely shocking move, went to level 5, which is a shame because now he's going to cost plenty. Actually, Nigel Stepney is cheaper. You know what? Let's begin negotiations right away. Let's make offers. I tried to get him in 3 years so that they stuck around a lot longer, but you know, you have to try. I will sort this out a bit later when I have like the correct stuff. Actually, yeah. Fill this thing up with trainees. Let's begin the grind again. Let's fill up this place with trainees and then level them up. Another trainee. Especially in the engineering department so I can build more spares. And mechanics. Even though there's no need for any more mechanics because Giles is a level 3. Right, so the test rig went down to level 1. That is unacceptable. I'm going to upgrade everything here to level 3. Including our next upgrade, which is going to be the server computer. Gonna level it up to level 3 right away. As for the factory itself, I will see about that at the final race of the season, so that I just invest that money right away and we should be fine. Now, what do I need to do here? I need to build spares. Build spares. I have enough cash to build every single spare in the universe. Stand by. Every single spare in the universe. Spare part. Build. This takes a while, but at this point you're probably used to me interacting with the menus. I'm gonna leave the lineups for last. Also, I said I needed to build a 2004 car right now. Yes, I need to build a 2004 car, but I'm not pressed for time to build it, so just 800k. It's gonna be a bit expensive, but we should be fine. This is a bit concerning though. This is concerning. The suspension being terrible, I'm not a fan of. Everything else, like, has good performance, excellent performance. The clutch and the electronics, no, it was, or maybe it was electronics, carried over from the previous year, so good. The only problem is that our suspension is terrible and the reliability is terrible. The first thing I'm gonna work on is the hydraulics, because if the hydraulics fail, there's nothing I can do. Gonna take off every percentage because I have to do that later. In a proper way, of course. We owe 14 million, and this is the year that we're going to get rid of this loan. Finally, it's going to end and everything's gonna be gaining money in 2005. Right, so commercial. What is up in commercial? Let's look at the 2004 car, shall we? Here it is in all of its beauty, sponsored by Marlboro, powered by Renault, tired by Michelin, and fueled by Elf, with a whole bunch of secondary sponsors. Here you can see them. The only thing we're paying for is Elf fuel, and we need to re-sign with Elf this year, of course, because that contract has ended. The 2005 car, it's a bit sad looking for now because it's lacking sponsors, but it should be perfectly fine. So our main targets are going to be Elf, of course, because Total is not part of this, has not entered the sport. And had Total entered the sport, it would have been an extra choice that I had. And of course, trying to resign those that have been signed by, of course, Prost. Of course. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. This is an introduction episode. There's not going to be much going down here. Let me just prepare that for future races. Put every driver aid on the car: active suspension, power brakes, traction control. First, the engines. First things first, the engines. No one with Ferrari or Mercedes power for whatever reason. So we have Jordan sharing our same engines. We have BMW powering Sauber and Benetton. Honda and is powered by is powering Minardi and Ferrari. Jaguar has Asia Tech engines. Jaguar's not gonna be a threat this year. And Cosworth has everyone else. McLaren, Williams, and BAR. In terms of performance, the Ferrari and Mercedes are extremely powerful, but no one's using them, so let's ignore them. So Renault, the one that we care about. Excellent fuel efficiency, excellent heat dispersion, heat dissipation, horrible power. That's gonna be the first issue we're gonna run into this year. We have no power at all. It is very reliable, it has excellent response, it is decently rigid, and it is average in terms of weight. That lack of power is going to cost us pretty much the entire year, as we're gonna have to compromise the engine in some other areas just to power it up. BMW has excellent fuel efficiency, decent heat dissipation, amazing power. It is, I think, the most powerful engine in the grid right now. Mediocre reliability, but it's very responsive, very rigid, and of average weight. The BMW is better than the Renault. The Honda, good fuel efficiency, good heat dissipation, good power, unreliable, and solid response, rigidity, and weight. I think the BMW beats it because of the power, a bit of because of the reliability, but the Honda has a weight advantage and the rigidity advantage. Asia Tech, excellent fuel, excellent heat, mediocre power, but they are more powerful than Renault. Mediocre reliability, mediocre average rigidity, but response and weight are very good. And Cosworth, horrible reliability, mediocre power, but better than Renault. Good fuel, good heat, good rigidity, and good weight, and good response, of course. So we possibly have the worst engine in Formula 1 simply because it's underpowered. That's a bit concerning. So, tire. McLaren, Williams, Jaguar, and BAR are the only teams powered tired by Bridgestone. Everyone else running Michelin tires. And we are one of the two teams running Works teams, which is excellent. So, in terms of tire, Bridgestone has a speed. They beat us in grip, in resilience, in stiffness, in temperature. Where do we win? If the track is in intermediate conditions, we have more grip. The soft tire is very terrible, but that we can fix as the season goes along. Stiffness, we don't win anywhere, and we win in temperature in the wet weather tire, but we lose in stiffness. So Michelin is very much the loser tire supplier on this year, which is actually very realistic, because in 2004 the Bridgestone was absolutely destroying the Michelin nearly every time. In terms of fuel, up. Why Jordan didn't get the Works team? Or no? I don't get it. Anyway, Jordan is using mobile fuel. McLaren and Benetton are using Shell, with McLaren getting the Works deal. Texaco gives fuel to Sauber and Williams. Petrobras gives fuel for BAR and Minardi, gonna do so for a bit of time. Jaguar and Arrows are getting fuel from Niseki. BP is solitary, and Elf is giving fuel to Prost and Ferrari. The highest engine tolerance is of course Elf, but they have the lowest performance, which isn't great, but it's just fuel. It will be fine, don't worry. Best fuel performance is Petrobras, but they have terrible engine tolerance, so it should be okay. These guys should see more DNFs than us, at the very least. Now, the drivers. Who went where? So, Arrows has Jos Verstappen in the number 1 driver role, Frentzen in the number 2 driver role. What are they doing? And Sonte in the test driver role. It is fine. So, BAR, Montoya and Saracen are returning, with Massa as the test driver, Bernoldi and De La Rosa are number 1, are equal drivers in Benetton, with Genet serving as a test driver. So, they're paying Villeneuve. How much are they paying Villeneuve? 14 million to serve as test driver. So, the first big story is, can Fisichella, how to put this? Can Fisichella handle the pressure of being the number 1 driver against Ralf Schumacher? Or will Ralf be the number 1 driver? This is a fight that's gonna develop as the season goes along. The second story, how will Michael Schumacher cope with running in a backmarker team? He's 35, so he's gonna retire soon-ish. Also, 27 million. Where does Jaguar pull out the money to pay him? Also, we have Bertie as the number 2 driver, of course, and Wirtz as the test driver. Jordan retains their lineup, 38 years old. Well, I say 38. Panis is 37, so he needs to win his championship pretty quickly. With Mazzacane being the second driver, hello Mazzacane, and Alex Young being the test driver. McLaren still has Webber as number 1 driver for whatever the reason. It's his final year, by the way. Coulthard, he's the number 2. I think Coulthard is actually the number 1. Bador as the test driver. Button and Trulli return for Minardi, with Herbert 39 as the test driver. On Prost, of course, you have Panis, you have Alonso, and you have Bordeaux. On Sauber, you have 39-year-old John Alesi, and Tarso Marquez, Anthony Davidson, the test driver. Alesi, man. This could have been you, John. He's gonna be 40 in 2005. Amazing. In Williams, you have Kimi, and you have Rubens, and you have Heidfeld. I say them the wrong way. I know what I'm doing. You just be quiet. And in the free agent pool, you have Thomas Enge, Justin Wilson, Daniel Manning, I think that's his name, Thomas Scheckter, Giorgio Pantano, Patrick Lemarie, Takuma Sato, Alan McNish, Antonio Pizzoni, and Mika Salo. No retirees this year, other than, well, Mika Hakkinen has been retired for a while, and he's not returning. After they spend a year retired, they don't return, I think. Commercial. The best commercial manager is Ekren Sami. Then you have Nielsen, Wright, Ring, and Dominicali as the level 4s. Fraser and Meadows as the level 3. Audetto, Cusimano put as level 2. Why in the hell anyone is employing a level 1 is beyond me. But yeah, the ones that are gonna get the best contracts are Ferrari, Benetton, McLaren, Prost, and Sauber. Design. The ones that are gonna improve their car the fastest are going to be, there's no level 5s. There's no level 5s. They all have degraded. So we have Rory Byrne and Neil Oatley and Gavin Fisher as the only level 4s. There are no level 5s. Smith, Densham, Green. For some reason, Sergio Rinland has not been contracted. And Taylor as the level 3s. Any of these idiots could use Sergio Rinland, but instead they have Arrows, BAR, and Sauber employing Gosset, Russell, and Wrighton. Good luck to you. Level 5 we have Ross Braun. Ross Braun looks like Newey has lost some points. Williams, what have you done? Anyway, Braun, then you have Simmons, Ramp, and Newey. Then you have Head at level 3. Osler, Gascoigne, Coughlin. Duran is a level 3 and he's unemployed. And then you have Brunner and Nichols. Gunther Steiner is still unemployed, by the way. So, Ferrari should have built a spacecraft. Not just a rocket ship, a spacecraft. They should have faster than light travel. Okay, Jaguar do have someone. At the very least. They will build a car. But the Championship 5 are gonna be between these 4 teams. We will see. And in terms of who will have the better car when it comes to race day, it's gonna be McLaren and Prost, because we have Stepney and Giles. Then you have Ferrari with Whitley, Steer, Edwards, Bradley, Cowie, Mabin, Gaydon. That's everyone. Not sure what are these level 3s doing unemployed, but they're unemployed. introductory episode. What is wrong with my English? Anyway, introductory episode is gonna be pretty short, and the biggest deal is going to be right here at the end. What is the biggest deal? Simple. Who built the best race car? Only one way to find out. Let's go to the Excel. Actually, never mind. Before we go to the Excel, Alonso is the faster guy here. He has 4 speed and 3 skill with 3 in wet weather, which is excellent. He, in theory, is going to be our number 1 driver, but Panis lost a whole bunch of speed, lost a whole bunch of skill. However, he has full overtaking, so Bass Meeple is not going to be an issue. And he has 4 wet weather with 4 concentration and 3 experience, so he's excellent attacking, solid defending, and he's going to be showing Alonso how it's done in the wet. This is going to be an amazing fight to watch, and it is my hope that Panis wins out in the end, because that's his whole objective, getting a championship to either Panis or Alesi or Bordeaux, or was Lemery French? It doesn't matter. Getting a win, a championship win for one of the French guys. Alonso, I'm sorry, but you cannot win this title. Anyway, now, on to the Excel. There is one thing that I was afraid of. So, at the top you have Ferrari, McLaren and Williams, not in that specific order. That is the way they started 2003. As you can see, the best teams were McLaren, Ferrari and then Williams. Then you had Benetton, BAR, Prost, Arrows, Jordan, Benetton, Minardi and Jaguar. Everyone got better as 2003 went along, to the point that at the end of the year they were McLaren, Ferrari, Prost, Williams, Benetton, BAR, Arrows, Jordan, Benetton, Minardi and Jaguar. Everyone else lost the development race to us, which means that had we had a great car at the beginning of the previous year, we probably would have won a few more races and the championship. What is the problem this year? The new regs screwed us over. That's the way I'm going to explain that my little rule that says I cannot develop the car as much as I could if I was playing normally. That is, if I was playing normally, I could completely develop the car, but due to the way I'm playing, I can only develop it depending on the designers, on my designer skill. That affected us. As you can see, we're way down once again. We're down. We're worse than Minardi. The only team worse than us is Michael Schumacher's team, that is Jaguar. And we're going to have to find somehow, some way, not to win the championship, because it's completely out of the question. We're gonna run in Australia, and you're gonna clearly see that we don't have any sort of pace at all. Our objective is going to be holding strong in fourth, in the top 4 of the championship. So we need to find a way to beat. I'm not sure who's gonna challenge for 4th, but we're going to have to find a way to beat Benetton, BAR, Arrows, Benetton, Sauber, Arrows, BAR, and Jordan. Minardi, I'm pretty sure we can beat with strategy alone, but on pace, we are not getting there. The main thing that hurt us now is, of course, the poor design that we had, and the fact that our engine is terrible. First order of business is improving that engine. Thanks to the fact that we have a partner deal, and I'm gonna show you that in the next episode. Thanks to the fact that we have a partner deal, we can improve the engine by moving points around. So instead of reliability, I can move those reliability points to power, and that's going to give us a very easy power boost that we desperately need. But yeah, we have a long and torturous season coming up. It's not going to be the championship season. That's gonna have to be 2005. Well, I don't like things easy, and this is definitely not going to be easy. Hope you enjoyed this particular episode. Comment, like, subscribe, the usual YouTuber stuff, and if you really like my content, there's a coffee link down there if you want to support the channel. And I'll see you on the very first episode. I'm gonna, of course, upload this pre-season episode and the first episode the same day, so that you can just jump right away into the main the main event of the year. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you on the next one.